And would you say, Paul, that we're at a pro level here in the studio?
I think so. Yes.
I definitely think so. It may not be like a CNN, Fox News level professional setup, but I think in terms of streaming in the world of content creation, online streaming, I think you would deem the studio here as professional. And what we have in front of us is some amazing mics. So let's move over to the next slide where we can show off the Shure SM7B microphone, which you'll notice is used heavily on major podcasts like the Joe Rogan Experience, for instance, and the Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. So these are such a popular microphone. You see these everywhere. Almost every podcast uses this. It's become like a standard in the industry for using these microphones. They're $400. They used to be a lot more expensive. They're more affordable now. So I think when you look at that $400 price tag, it's pretty impressive for people that see these microphones. They think that they're pretty unattainable, but for a professional level and professional quality, $400 is pretty impressive for what you can kind of get out of that. You have other microphones here listed as well if you want to really push the audio and you're willing to go and push beyond what you can see and hear from the SM7B. And then when you're moving up and you're having a lot more inputs, when we have Mike in the back here, you got Tess, we got Paul in studio here, you want more inputs. So you're looking at something like what he just pulled up, which was the Newman or the Yamaha, where you can have a lot more inputs here. There's two different Yamaha has 16 inputs, and the Yamaha MG10X has 10 inputs. So there's different options that you have here in terms of how many inputs you want to bring in, the specific microphones you want to bring in. What I love is you just had that last microphone up, and that's a beautiful design on that Newman, I think. That really classic 1940s, 50 design is really cool. So sometimes people want that beautiful design. A lot of people don't think about it, but it is something that's in your shot constantly. And I think a lot of people don't really think about that. They just like, it's a black microphone. It picks up my audio. That's all I need. But no, we're crafting a look and a vision. Isn't that right, Tess? You want to think about these things.
I should have said that when we were talking about studio upgrades.
Alrighty. So moving on, let's talk about some video. So we have a lot of video options here. Paul, do you want to go over maybe the Move SE to start?
Sure. The Move SE is a really good entry-level camera, especially if you're doing any movement, because it has auto tracking. So it can move around and follow you if you're a presenter. You can also remotely control it, so you can zoom into a lot of different spaces. So really nice. I would put it in the professional category because if you're just getting started, you're probably not going to get a PTZ camera, but the Move SE is definitely a nice entry-level camera for a studio.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for that additional level of control, you want more than just a stationary camera on a tripod. If that is what you're looking for, then maybe look at something like a Sony, a Panasonic, a Canon camera. If you want something that's just, stuck on a tripod, that's not going to have that level of PTZ movement that you might want. The PTZ option allows you to have a big versatile change in terms of your shots. You'll see that as we stream, Mike will constantly tweak and adjust things if we move out of frame or if we need to adjust anything on the fly. A PTZ camera is much easier to do that. But if you're not looking for that, you can look at something like the Lumix GH6 or the Blackmagic Pocket 4K, which is a great camera for under $1,500. And then you're moving up beyond at the tippy top of your scale. Maybe you're going beyond the $2,000 budget for just your camera. Maybe you're looking at like a higher end Sony, the Alpha 7V, or the Alpha 7 IV, I should say. I believe that's what it is. And then even higher on the PTZ realm, the PTZ Optics Move 4K. And we have one of these beauties here. Don't mind being our model again here,
Sure. 4K video, NDI, HX.
Built-in and included.
Built-in and included. We have SDI, we have HDMI outputs, IP, and USB. So every output option that you can think of blended into one unit.
So that is your step above the Move SE. You're going to push into a higher quality. These come in 12x, 20x, and 30x. Our main big camera at the very edge of the studio is a big 30x, big old Canon. He literally looks like a weapon when I see our 30x cameras. They're insane how big the lens is. They're beautiful pieces of hardware.